Connection. Writing. Choose two animals that live in Canada. Write a research paper on these animals, discussing how each has adapted to live in Canada's climate and terrain. Social studies and art. Make a poster of Canada. 7 main regions for each region. Include its name, a description of the land, major cities, and some of the animals that live here. Where is it? Canada is the largest and northernmost country in the mainland North America. The country is made up of 10 provinces and 3 territories. Canada's motto is "From sea to sea" because it stretches the Pacific Ocean all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Most big countries have many neighbors, but Canada has only one, the United States. Government buildings are in Ottawa, the capital of the nation. Most government workers speak both French and English because the country has 2 main languages. People in Canada People in Canada speak other languages such as Spanish and Chinese too. People are there from many different cultures. They enjoy different foods, wear different clothes, and play in different ways. However, during the long cold winter, Ottawan do something world's largest skating area, the Randall Canal, or, or one of the 267 neighborhood rings. People. France and Britain have built the nations of Canada on lands that have belonged to indigenous people for thousands of years. Today, less than 5% of Canadians belong to 3 groups of indigenous people. The Métis are mostly from the plains. Inuits live in the far north, and First Nations live all across the country. Many people have families who came from France or England in Europe to come and stay in large numbers. German, Ukrainians, Italians, and others followed. Then people from China, India, and other countries in Asia and the Middle East began to come. Wait a minute. Today, people from nearly everywhere come live in India. 1 in 5 Canadians were born in another country. Many people say this makes the nation stronger. 9 out of 10 Canadians live within 160 kilometers of the United States border. Most people live in the large cities where many work in hotels, banks, or schools. There are jobs in factories too. In some areas of the country, people drill for oil and mine copper or gold. Others farms the land or cut trees for forests. Many Canadian goods are sold around the world, but most traded across the border with the United States. Land. Canada is divided into 7 main regions. In the West Colorado region with tall mountain ranges. The Rocky Mountains are the highest range, reaching 3,954 meters, where the land drops and flattens out, with lots of grass in the south and many trees to the north. These areas are the vast interior plains. This going around Hudson Bay is a huge Canadian shield. Thousands of years ago, heavy glaciers slowly pushed across this island. When the glaciers melted, rock piles were left, thousands of lakes formed, and endless forests grew. The frozen Hudson Bay lowlands sit within this region. The Great Lake St. Lawrence lowland, or Canada's heartland, is in the south. It is small but important home to half of the Canadians and many country cities. Finally, there is an application reason with its rolling forest hills dotted by farms and edged with earthy rock shores. The north of these regions and their forests lies the Arctic, where freezing cold prevents trees from growing. Canada's 202,080 kilometers coastlines are not only wrapped around the vast mainland, but 52,455 as well. It is the world's longest national coastline. Animals in snow-covered north. Many animals can hunt or hide because they have white fur. Polar bears are huge with black skin. Their white fur helps them blend in. The main food is hard seal. Before young seal pups learn to swim, they are stuck out on the ice, and the seals use their white fur to blend in too. As soon as the pup learns how to swim, it sheds its white coat and grows a dark one in northern forests. The ground is only covered in snow for part of the year. Snow hairs with winter coats of the white fur to keep them safe. When snow melts, these hairs shed their white coats and grow round ones that help them blend in with the dark forest color. It is steep and rocky mountains. It has to be sure-footed. Bighorn-sheep have feet that are great for jumping and rock climbing. All around Canada are animals that move with the season. Caribou walk hundreds of miles from one part of Canada to another. Animals such as salmon, geese, and even butterflies leave Canada for warmer weather. The world champion for moving long distance or Arctic terms. They fly from the Arctic all the way to Antarctica, a journey of some 35,500 kilometers. 6 months later, they fly all the way back. History. Thousands of people, the first people to reach what is now Canada, crossed a land bridge from Asia. The cultures of the First Nations and the Inuit for thousands of years. The first Europeans to arrive in Canada sailed from Greenland more than 1,000 years ago, but they did not sail. In 1497, explorer John Cabot claimed Canadian land for England. Then the French sent explorers to claim land. Explorers found codfish and fur, expensive items. Many more communities developed in region. As the colonies grew, they displaced First Nations people, took over their hands. The foreign nations formed some alliances with indigenous people and vast trading networks. France and England were often at war against each other in Europe and in Canada. France eventually lost its hands in Canada. People still wanted to be free from English rule. In 1867, Canada became the country with its own government. In 1931, Canada became free while staying loyal to England. Celebrations. Canadians celebrate their country's birthday every July 1st through July 1st with the fireworks and parades. They also celebrate the Old West with bull riding, steel wrestling, and more in the Calgary every summer. Winter is one thing that people celebrate everywhere in Canada. People in different areas may enjoy skating, dog sledding, skiing, and more. A winter festival in Quebec is the largest such events. People can enjoy snow, coughing back contest visiting, an ice cascade, and even stay at a hotel made of ice and snow that is built every winter and melts away every summer. Conclusion. Canada is one of the largest countries on Earth. It's stretching from sea to sea. It has regions of ice and snow, tall mountains, endless forests, and big cities. The people who live there may speak French, English, or one way or another, but they are a Canadian and part of the country.